Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm.
Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm Ron Nicoletti. It is a beautiful Saturday afternoon, 13 races, so let's quickly go to Pete and get the track and weather conditions.
The Saturday card begins with great weather conditions for horse racing, a fast main track, a firm turf course, and temperatures in the low 80s here this afternoon. First of 13 over the turf at a mile and a 16. Maiden claimers in for a price tag of $20,000. Scratch to 6, 7, 9, 14, and 16. First race favorite was number 3, Panama Papers.
Racing at Gulfstream. Level beginning. From the far outside, Golden Away and Salute and Serve trying to get over. From the inside, Electro has some speed. In between horses, Panama Papers is reined back. The favorite will land 5th as marching to the front is Signature Twirl in the charge to the first turn. It will be Electro and Signature Twirl to land 1st and 2nd ahead of Golden Away in 3rd. Down at the inside, it's Panama Papers. Salute and Serve is widest of all. A gap of 2 to Cousin Tino. He's a length and a half better than Fullback Foy. Mid-flight, about 7 lengths off the pace setter. 2.5 clear of outside looking in, who's running on the outside of Run for the Cup, who's down toward the rail. At the back of the field are both Monetary System and Looking Forever as they head down the backstretch. The opening quarter went in 24-1, and the leader is Signature Twirl in front by a length. From between horses, Golden Away is 2nd, out 3 wide. Salute and Serve is 3rd. Electro at the rail is 4th ahead of Panama Papers, and then Fullback Foy and Cousin Tino. A gap of 3 to Monetary System, who improves outside of Run for the Cup. Then outside looking in, plummeting his Salute and Serve. Golden Away is now into 2nd by, or now backpedaling as well as they round the far turn. 47-4 for the opening half mile, so the 3 favorites kick on with it. Signature Twirl tackled by Electro, who's tackled by Panama Papers. Now it's Electro and Panama Papers who go on. 4 clear of Cousin Tino, then Fullback Foy, Monetary System, and Golden Forever, and they're at the top of the stretch. It's now Panama Papers who takes a narrow lead. Electro tries to stay with him 2nd, well clear of the others, led by Signature Twirl and Cousin Tino. Inside the final furlong, Panama Papers is 3-5, and Panama Papers is the winner. Panama Papers by 3.5. Electro was 2nd. Very close for 3rd. It looks like Looking Forever outran outside looking in, who was rolling home in 142-1.
We start the day out on a popular note as the betting choice Panama Papers delivers the money in today's first race under leading jockey Luis Saez for trainer Todd Pletcher and owner Barry Schwartz. 1 Electro was 2nd ahead of 11 Looking Forever, who ran 3rd. To the second race now on the start of the early pick 4, 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $6,250. A field of 9. The heavily favored runner was number 5, King Power.
And they're off. The favorite King Power was away well. Doolittle Raiders is being sent hard to try to go with the favorite early on. Down at the inside, Hangry is away in good shape, and Salutation marching forward. Cyber Josh is widest of all. So as they exit the chute at 2-5, it's King Power who comes away with the advantage and leads by a length. On the outside, Doolittle Raiders is now 2nd, and these two have readily gone 5 ahead of Salutation, who pokes his head into 3rd. Cyber Josh in the pink on the outside. Mario's Revenge down at the rail. From between horses, that's Heliodoro. Then back to Hangry. Forever Dies 2nd last, and Ganesh is last. As Doolittle Raiders doing no favors to the favorite King Power. These two go quick. King Power on the inside, Doolittle Raiders on the outside. They're stride for stride and very aggressive up front. They've opened 7 on Mario's Revenge, who's 3rd. Cyber Josh on the outside is now 4th, and Salutation. At the inside, it's Hangry. Gap of 3 to Forever Die and Ganesh through a 46-1 opening half mile. That was a wicked second quarter. Doolittle Raiders now feeling the strain of that, and King Power moves away from him. Cyber Josh at 99-1 runs on to take 3rd. Then Mario's Revenge, Salutation, Hangry from the outside, and Forever Die with a 1/4 mile left to go. It's the heavy-hitting favorite King Power, less than a 1/4 mile from home, and on top by 6. Salutation is 2nd on the outside, and coming on is Hangry 3rd after 3 quarters in 1:11-3. King Power straightens for the drive, still with a daylight advantage and still confidently handled. He has work to do, though, as Hangry is motoring at him. King Power's going to need the wire. He's not going to get it either. Here comes King Power, here comes Hangry, and here comes Salutation to run by. Hangry, Salutation, it's Salutation who won it. Hangry 2nd, King Power 3rd, 4th was Forever Die.
Number 5, King Power, was done in by the Zito runner 7, Doolittle Raiders, who just took all the starch out of the favorite. Running by to win it was the 8, Salutation, on the class drop under jockey Julien Leparoux for trainer Pat Biancone and DP Racing. 1, Hangry, was 2nd ahead of the 5, King Power, who ran 3rd. Time for a commercial break. When we come back, plenty of racing action left. Don't go away.
We have to take care of these horses that, give us so much joy.
Being accredited by the TAA gives us instant credibility.
People trust us even more than they have before because they know that the TAA has been to all of our locations and that our horses are well cared for.
I mean, this farm wouldn't look the way it is, these horses wouldn't look the way they are if it wasn't for the generosity and the hard work of the Aftercare Alliance.
They've united our whole industry in terms of the aftercare movement.
We're all working together for the same purpose.
Back now for the third race of the day at about 7.5 furlongs over the turf. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. Scratch the 4, 10, 12, 13, 14, and the 15. Race time favorite was number 1, Plein Air.
And they're off. Disastrous beginning for Samurai's First Lady. She reared and spotted the leaders at least 5. It was a great start for Lani Akea, who hits the ground running and establishes the lead in the rail under Nick Juarez in the charge to the first turn. Let Me Flatter You is racing in second. Plein Air has rail position. She's now moved only 2.5 lengths off the lead. Racing in fourth while 3 wide is Bill's Legacy, then back to Sistine Sista, who's 2 better than Grace's Drama. Up on the outside is Freckle de Freck. Second last is Tragically Hip, and after blowing the start, the trailer is Samurai's First Lady. Into the backstretch they race through the opening quarter mile in 24 and 2, and Lani Akea has the lead, leads it by 1.25 lengths. Let Me Flatter You second. On the outside and Bill's Legacy from third, tucked in fourth is Plein Air. They're followed by Sistine Sista and Grace's Drama, who work a length better than Tragically Hip. Then comes Freckle de Freck and Samurai's First Lady. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Lani Akea trying to do it every step. Rounds the turn with a length to work with. The danger appears to be Plein Air, and on the outside, Sistine Sista, with Bill's Legacy still 3 wide. Then Grace's Drama, Tragically Hip, given the green light to try to make some ground with less than 1/4 mile to go. Lani Akea still confidently handled by Juarez. Off the turn with the lead. Plein Air into the clear to try to get to her with 1/8 mile to go. Sistine Sista roused, and so is Grace's Drama. Samurai's First Lady trying to recover and run on. Less than 1/8 mile to go now, and taking the lead is Plein Air. Plein Air by 2.5. Second is Sistine Sista. Plein Air is first. Plein Air won it. Sistine Sista second. Close for third between Grace's Drama and Samurai's First Lady. Then Lani Akea in 129 and 4.
One Plein Air takes care of business in pretty easy fashion today in today's third race under jockey Luis Saez, giving him 2 of the first 3. Angel Rodriguez, the winning trainer for owner Frank Calabrese. Second 6, Sistine Sista, ahead of the 8 Grace's Drama, who ran third. We move now to the fourth race of the day on the turf at 1 mile, an allowance optional claiming event. Nice field here. Scratch number 4, Matanzas Inlet. 7 to the gate. The favorites included the 1, Lunaire, and the 2, Bingo Kitten.
And they're off. Last in, first out, Chief Exchanger gets the first call and will try to drop over to the rail and has done so already with 1 lap to run from Talk Logistics, who will take a flanking role and race in second. Japonski is now out of there third from Little Baltar in fourth, and Bingo Kitten, who's back racing in fifth. The 2 at the back are Lunaire, and at the back of the group is Southern Wild as they charge around the first turn. Chief Exchanger sets up shop on the lead right where he wants to be. Leads 1.25 and is under a long rein from Talk Logistics, who races in second. The comebacker Japonski is now third. Little Baltar under restraint while fourth. Lunaire rides the rail in fifth ahead of Bingo Kitten second last. And still nothing yet from Southern Wild, but he's not been asked for much yet. He's about 6 lengths off the lead with less than 6 furlongs to go. The opening quarter was 24 and 4, well within the scope of Chief Exchanger, who bids to make it 2 in a row. He leads the way by a length over Talk Logistics in second. Long shot Japonski getting a good trip in third. Up on the outside, there goes Bingo Kitten. Bingo Kitten on a backstretch brush all the way up into second. From between horses, Little Baltar got the shuffle. Southern Wild tries to follow the move of Bingo Kitten, and Lunaire is at the back of the field, and now the pace quickens. They round the far turn with the leader still Chief Exchanger. Leads it a 1/2 length. Bingo Kitten is up into second. Little Baltar throws his hat into the ring. He's 3 wide, and on the attack, 4 wide in Southern Wild. Lunaire looks for racing room, then Talk Logistics, and they're at the top of the stretch. We have a new leader. Little Baltar runs on to put ahead his front, but the veteran Chief Exchanger has something in the tank and fights with him. Chief Exchanger re-breaks again. He leads it 1.25. Little Baltar will have to do better than Lunaire and up the inside Talk Logistics, but through it all, Chief Exchanger goes all the way. Very close for second. Little Baltar photos with Lunaire, then Southern Wild and Talk Logistics in 1:36 and 1.
Crafty veteran Chief Exchanger sprung an upset last time when winning Gate to Wire, and it was deja vu all over again for him today as he responded when challenged under jockey John Velasquez for trainer Elizabeth Dobles and Imaginary Stables. The 8-year-old son of Exchange Rate going strong. We move now to the 5th race of the day at 6 furlongs over the main track. Maiden Claimers in for a price tag of $25,000. Scratch the 2 and 9, 8 to the gate. The heavily favored runner was the rail horse, number 1, Y'all.
And they're off. Great start for Quick Lucky Coco, who breaks right to the front from between horses. Here's Dark Tricks. Lucille Bull is out of there third, and up on the outside, Return moves closer. The favorite Y'all is at the rail. In between horses goes Super Duper Girl. The two at the back are the First Timers Always Proud and For Love. They head to the half-mile point, chasing 11-1 proposition. Dark Tricks and Marcos Meneses, they lead by 2. Return up on the outside now takes second, is going right after the leader. Quick Lucky Coco is third. Y'all needs to work into the 2-path for a clear shot under Tyler G. Keeping her in is Lucille Bull. Gap of 4 to Super Duper Girl, then Always Proud and For Love. 5/16 away. The leader is still Dark Tricks, and she travels pretty well. She goes to the top of the stretch. On top by 5, Return. On all-in second, Quick Lucky Coco third. Y'all is next, then Lucille Bull and Super Duper Girl. And they're at the top of the stretch. 46 seconds for the opening half mile. Dark Tricks has 3/16 more to get. From the inside, Y'all's going to try to make a late impression. Super Duper Girl in Return still right there with less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Dark Tricks feeling the strain now. And Y'all fired up from between horses. Return, and on the outside, Super Duper Girl. 3 horses across the course. It's Return who gets the money. Return for Jaramillo in front. Second was Y'all. Third was Super Duper Girl. And For Love rolled home and galloped out in front in 1:14-1.
Number 1, Y'all, had to settle for second as 7, Return, gets the money, and a bit of an upset. Second choice in the wagering. Wins today's 5th race under Misael Jaramillo for trainer Victor Barboza Jr. and owners Peachy Investments. 1, Y'all, second. 4, Super Duper Girl, at a big price for third. We move now to race number 6 on the program. It was the start of the middle pick 4. It was also the co-feature race of the day, the Texas Glitter 3-year-old sprint on turf at 5 furlongs. A field of 8 signed on. The favorites included the 2, Barbarossa, and the 7, Bourbon Currency.
And they're off in the Texas Glitter Stakes. From the rails, Salmanazar hits the ground running and establishes the lead from between horses. That's Shang Royal who moves to be second. Reed Can is out sprinted and races in third. Down at the inside, it's Barbarossa from fourth. Up on the outside goes Bourbon Legacy. Then it's a length back to Clouded Judgment ahead of Wildcats Legacy, and the early trailer is Dial 1. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn, and with the lead, Salmanazar in front now by a length. Racing second, Shang Royal from the inside. Barbarossa loaded, just needs to be pointed in the right direction. From fourth and to quicken now is Reed Can. To the outside in Clouded Judgment. Down at the inside, Wildcats Legacy. Also needing racing room bad is Bourbon Currency. And they're at the top of the stretch. Salmanazar turns for home in the Texas Glitter with a host of pursuers. Into the clear, Barbarossa's trying to get after him second. Down the outside in a late run from Clouded Judgment. Wildcats Legacy knifes between horses. Through it all, Salmanazar still has the lead. It's Salmanazar and Johnny V to win it Gate to Wire. Very close for second between Shang Royal and Barbarossa in 55-4.
Number 1, Salmanazar, got to the top and never looked back under John Velasquez, giving John and Todd their second winners of the day. Salmanazar sent off at 5-1, wins for Starlight Racing, the son of Shackelford, now a stakes winner. Number 4, Shang Royal, wins that close photo for second, ahead of the other Pletcher runner, number 2, Barbarossa, who ran third. Time for commercial timeout. When we come back, we'll continue with Saturday's card at Gulfstream right after this.
And Ghost Zipper is pulling away. Ghost Zipper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Ghost Zipper kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Saturday, March 3rd at Gulfstream Park. Road to the Derby continues with the ExpressBet.com Fountain of Youth Stakes. Don't miss this electrifying afternoon of thoroughbred stakes action featuring the final prep race before the Florida Derby. Over $1.5 million will be on the line with a first race post of 12 noon. Admission and parking are free. Come back Sunday, March 4th and get your colorful auto shade, your gift with a purchase while supplies last. Gulfstream Park's Grade 2 ExpressBet.com Fountain of Youth Stakes. Derby dreams start here. Welcome to your playground, Gulfstream Park. Back now for race number 7 on the program at 6 furlongs over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $6,250. A field of 11 signed on. The bettors like number 10, Starship Apollo.
And they're off. Good start for Wild Mongolia. A good start for Starship Apollo, punching between horses Pachanga Party and at the rail Lil's Fast Boy. Lil's Fast Boy now has a narrow lead. Pachanga Party is second. Horse spotter Carl races into third in front of the favorite Starship Apollo fourth. Pair ties down at the inside from fifth. Then comes Fifth Avenue Flash and Bocati. It's a stretch of 2.5 to Donegal Hall. Racing outside of him is Mitos y Leyendas. Widest of all, Wild Mongolia. And the trailer is Rancho. Opening quarter 22 and 3. They leave the backstretch and move around the far turn. Pachanga Party has the lead for Panichi, a length and a quarter. Up into second is Starship Apollo. Horse spotter Carl third. Lil's Fast Boy driven in fourth. Back in fifth is Pair Tie. Then to the outside goes Fifth Avenue Flash. Mitos y Leyendas still a lot of work to do with less than a quarter of a mile to do it, as the leader remains Pachanga Party. Pachanga Party to the top of the stretch in front. Leads it by 2. Horse spotter Carl is now retreated into second. Goes the favorite Starship Apollo. Starship Apollo trying to get to Pachanga Party, but Panichi has something in the tank with him, and the son of Indy Win still has the lead 2.5. Starship Apollo is second. Pair Tie is third. Pachanga Party will win it. Pachanga Party by almost 3 in the end. Starship Apollo second. Pair Tie third. Fourth was Lil's Fast Boy ahead of Rancho.
Favorite has to settle for second in today's 7th race as the upset was on in the form of number 6, Pachanga Party, who got first run and kicked away under Luca Panichi for owner and breeder Larry Bell and trainer Juan Arias. 10 Starship Apollo was second ahead of the 1 Pair Tie, who ran third. We move now to the 8th race of the day, the start of the guaranteed Rainbow Six. We had more than $2.3 million in the Rainbow Six today. We kicked it off with maiden claimers at 6 furlongs. Rider change on 11, Dancing Donut to Tony Mirage, scratched the 15 and 16. A field of 14. The favorite was the 9, Flirty.
And they're off. Missing the start, we're both somewhat optimistic, and here comes the Ghost. A lineup for the early lead from between horses. Best of Enemies puts ahead in front. Rushing between horses is Flirty. Dancing Donuts not far away. Far outside, Second Illusion with Trump That Away in the top vanguard. Reba's Right is next at the rail. Then She's Wild Now. Moving up is Here Comes the Ghost, racing ahead of Beautiful Chaos. Written's on her outside. The two at the back are Somewhat Optimistic and Amazing Lily. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. They went 22 and 4 for the opening quarter, and at 25 to 1, Best of Enemies has the lead, tackled by Flirty, who's right up on her outside, and 3 wide. Dancing Donut throwing her hat into the ring. A gap of another 2.5 to Second Illusion, who tries to run on from fourth. Whip is out on Trump That, looking for running on horses. They include Written and working into the clear Beautiful Chaos with a quarter of a mile left to go. They went 46 and 3 for the opening half-mile speed. Dancing Donut comes away with the lead. Second Illusion on the outside is now second. Flirty's going to try to hold on to third. Back to fourth, and driven is Best of Enemies. A late run outside from Written, and Dancing Donut and Tony Mirage on the pickup ride have the lead. Second Illusion can't reach her. The upset is on. Dancing Donut in front. Second Illusion second. Flirty was third. Written ran fourth.
It was a pickup ride and a good idea for jockey Tony Mirage, who stuck around to ride Dancing Donut to an upset win to kick off the Rainbow Six for trainer Aubrey Mirage and owners Ray Don Inc. and Orichio and Jacobson. It was 13 Second Illusion, who was bet down and ran well to be second, ahead of the 9 Flirty, who responded to the class drop but couldn't get the money. She had to settle for third. We move now to the 9th race of the day on the turf at a mile and the 16th. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. Scratch the 8 Chamois, a field of 10. Favorites included the 2 Majev and the 3 Osby.
And they're off. From the center, Beyond Smart gets the first call down at the inside. That's Summer Scamp moving up. Osby and Majev not far away. Raise the bar on the far outside trying to get over. Widest than him is Bold Animo, who is working over ahead of Spin Cycle. Then it's a gap of another 2 to Panzer Barcelona second last. Is Enough, and Good and Proper is the trailer. Around the first turn they go. The leader's Summer Scamp, and the Luch Lime Green calls the shots with a length and a half advantage. Up into second now, and only a length and a half behind is Beyond Smart. Tucked in toward the rail is Osby. Up on the outside and now moving over is Bold Animo. Bold Animo all the way up into second. Meanwhile, Majev is mid-flight. Just ahead of him is Raise the Bar. Then it's a half length back to Spin Cycle, racing in front of Panzer Barcelona. Parked on his outside is Enough, and the trailer is Good and Proper. Opening quarter 23 and 2 as they race down the backstretch. 47 seconds for the opening half mile. The leader is Summer Scamp by a length and a quarter. Bold Animo is second. Osby at the rail third, still waiting for his cue. 3 wide and on the attack is Raise the Bar. Enough is Enough. The gray has also made ground while 3 wide. Majev is at the rail, looks for racing room. Then it's a length back to the outside and Spin Cycle as they round the far turn. 47 seconds for the opening half mile. With less than 3/8 of a mile to go, they converge on the leader, Summer Scamp. Osby is going to try to tip off cover. Saez is going to try to follow him with Majev. Widest of all, Enough is Enough with Raise the Bar as they straighten for home. Into the clear comes Majev and Osby, and they run on and collar Summer Scamp. It's Osby to the front. Majev takes another run at him. Back to third, Summer Scamp. Then comes Enough is Enough. Late run from Good and Proper. They come to the wire. Osby driven out. Osby in front. Up for second was Majev. Third was Summer Scamp in 1:40 and 3.
Number 3, Osby, wins right back for the new connections and remains razor sharp under a good trip from Irad Ortiz Jr., for trainer Eddie Plisa Jr., and owners Ira Ashwall and Byron Brown. 2, Majev was second. 1, Summer Scamp did all the heavy lifting and had to settle for third. On now to race number 10 on the program, the start of the late pick 4, 7 furlongs over the main track. Maidens of the special weight variety scratched the 4 and 7, a field of 11. Race time favorite was number 1, King Zachary.
And they're off. Good start for Happy Hat from the center. Up on the outside, Penalty is showing speed. In between horses, here's Candygram up to challenge for the top. And up on the outside goes Indigo Yankee with Latin Lover. And on the far outside, Arc in the Dark. So as they sort themselves out, the leader is Candygram by a neck. In the 2-path, Crafty Jack second. Arc in the Dark on the outside third. Gap of another 4 to Penalty, who's back racing in fourth. Ahead of Bonterra in fifth. Bailout is guided to the outside under Jose Ortiz. Just to his inside is Pure Quality. At the rail and Happy Hat. Then it's a gap of 2 to King Zachary. He's dropped better than 8 or 9 lengths off the lead. And then he's about 3 clear of a team, including Bailout, who's retreating now, passed by Indigo Yankee. And then it's about 7 to the trailer, Latin Lover. Around the far turn they go, 22 and 3 for the opening quarter speed. On the inside, Candygram to the outside, and Crafty Jack. They're shoulder to shoulder. Arc in the Dark, set down driving by Nick Juarez. Penalty tries to run on toward the inside. Will need a little racing room. Try to juke between horses as they turn for home. 45 and 3 for the opening half mile, and still in front, it's Crafty Jack. Penalty into the clear with good-looking momentum. Arc in the Dark hanging tough between horses. A late run toward the inside from King Zachary from a long way out of it. He might be going best of all late inside the final 16th. The leader remains Crafty Jack, but Penalty's gobbling him up, and Penalty will get up and win it. Long striding son of Blame. Penalty for the money over Crafty Jack second, King Zachary third.
Good-looking win from the son of Blame. Number 9, Penalty, springs the upset under jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. for trainer Bill Mott and owner Adele Doschneider. One to look out for, Penalty. It looks like he'll appreciate a stretch out in distance. The 12, Crafty Jack, was second, and the 1, King Zachary, ran third. To the 11th race now, on the start of the late pick 3 on the turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Claimers in for a $16,000 price tag. Scratch the 1, 7, 13, 14, and 16. The 15 drew into the race. The favorite bet down from the morning line was number 6, Uncle B.
And they're off. Level beginning. That's the gray Uncle B who gets the first call. Down at the inside, Arch Villain is moving up. Alongside him is Just the Facts, and Just the Facts wants to save the rail spot, so he'll take the lead in the charge to the first turn. On the far outside, that's Remembering Mickey, who's going to get caught 4 wide. 3 wide is Speedy Slew, and then settling in the 2-path was Uncle B. Just off the pace setters is Arch Villain, and then the 2-path goes Real Creel. Then down at the inside, it's Zafiro. Lone Traders on his outside, working a length and a half better than On Cruise Control and Love My Cotton. They're about 9 lengths off the lead, and King Moro is the early trailer as they're separated by 10.5 in the run past the opening quarter in 23 and 4. With the lead, it's Just the Facts and jockey Jose Ortiz calling the shots. They lead 3 parts of a length. Pace pressure from Speedy Slew in second, back to third, Uncle B. Remembering Mickey is now on the 2-path fourth, racing ahead of Arch Villain in fifth. Then to the outside and improving a touch is Real Creel. Zaffiro's going to need a place to go. He's in the blue colors, about 7 lengths off the pace setter. Lone Trader is next, followed between horses by On Cruise Control. Then Love My Cotton and King Moro as they run past the quarter-mile pole. With the advantage, it's still Just the Facts, who turns first on top. Just the Facts leads the way. Uncle B into the clear second. Over the top, Remembering Mickey. Zaffiro getting loose in the final furlong, and Zaffiro has some momentum, but Uncle B just took the lead. It's Uncle B moving away. Zaffiro's up into second. Time has run out to get to Uncle B. Irad Ortiz Jr. for 3 on the day. Zaffiro was second. Just the Facts third. Remembering Mickey ran fourth.
All the money for the Nicoletti long shot, who was a long shot no more, as number 6 Uncle B delivers at even money under jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. for trainer Lily Curtinez and owner David Caprio. It was 4 Zaffiro who got second, ahead of the number 3 Just the Facts, who ran third. Time for commercial break. Still to come, the Saturday feature, the Grade 3 Hal's Hope at 1 mile. Up next.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success from the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park. Hardacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
Back now for race number 12 on the program. First half of the late daily double, 1 mile over the main track, the $100,000 guaranteed Hal's Hope. Scratch the 5 Quixote, a field of 7. Favorites included the 1 Irish War Cry and the 6 Malagasi.
Racing in the Hal's Hope. Malagasi was a step slow to begin. It was a good start for Economic Model and Irish War Cry, who marches forward toward the rail. Malagasi was slowly away, but now is into the race, while racing into third, only about a half length behind. From fourth and Send It In, then Conquest Big E, who's down toward the rail. Out wide is Giuseppe the Great, and Tower of Texas is at the back of the field, but it's a tightly knit field, as there's only about 4 lengths from first to last, with 6 furlongs left to go. Javier Castellano and Malagasi now take up the running to take the lead by a length. Over outside running Send It In second. Splitting horses Economic Model is now into third. Back to fourth and Irish War Cry. Then to the outside goes Giuseppe the Great, in between horses Tower of Texas and the gray Conquest Big E, relegated to the 7th and last position, but he's no more than 4 lengths off the lead with half a mile to run. The opening half mile was picked up to 46 and 4 as they swing around the far turn. It's Malagasi in front by a neck. Economic Model looms up alongside second. Send It In. Send It In has gone wrong and unseated the rider. Send It In gone wrong, unseated the rider around the far turn. At the quarter-mile pole, Malagasi is all in, tackled by Irish War Cry, who looms up on the outside of Economic Model. These two kick for home. Economic Model on the inside, Irish War Cry on the outside. A good old-fashioned street fight with 1/8 of a mile left to go. Economic Model pulling out some. He has the lead. Irish War Cry, the classy colt, on the outside is second. Back to third in Tower of Texas, but through it all, Economic Model and Irad Ortiz Jr. proving best. Economic Model to win the Hal's Hope, a length and a half. Irish War Cry was second. Third, Tower of Texas. Fourth was Conquest Big E.
In a race marred by an incident going around the far turn, it was a great stretch run from 2 very classy horses. In the end, number 2 Economic Model comes away with the victory. Under jockey Irad Ortiz Jr., who's been red hot today, the winning trainer Chad Brown for William Lawrence in the Clairvitch Stables. 1 Irish War Cry fired, but was second best, ahead of the 4 Tower of Texas, who ran third. 13th and final race of the day over the turf at 1 mile, maidens of the special weight variety. Scratch the 13, 14, 15, and 16. This was a wide-open betting race.
All set for a start. And runners away. Some crowding in the center gates and getting the shuffle, both Golden Challenge and Zafan. It was a good start between horses for Snap Hook, who's heading off for the early lead. From the outside, Rose's Vision comes away to race in second. Down at the inside, that's the Green Moster. He's now second and challenging for that spot, as the leader is Snap Hook. Snap Hook into the first turn with the advantage. The Green Moster is racing second. Rose's Vision on the outside third. Then back at the inside goes Top Secret Indy, parked out wide on the course. His Alternate Truth. Determinate is now now in between horses. Then it's back to a cluster, including Lemon Blitz and Rhode Island. Out 3 wide is Alternate Truth, a gap of 2 to Zafan. Then Vegas Kitten. The favorite is parked at the rail, and he's about 8 lengths behind. And a length and a half to the trailer, Golden Challenge. Down the backstretch they go. They went 24-2 for the opening quarter speed. With the advantage, it's Snap Hook and Julian Leparoux relaxed up front with a length to work with. Rose's Vision second. The Green Moster is now third. On the outside, and Wisely takes over fourth. And in between horses, Determinate is now back to fifth. Moving up on the outside, sixth is Alternate Truth with Top Secret Indy toward the rail. Then trying to get started from the far outside is Zafan. Rhode Island's between horses. Then down at the inside goes Vegas Kitten, still better than 9 lengths off the lead, while stuck in traffic, stretch of 2 to Lemon Blitz, and at the back door is Golden Challenge. Top of the lane, they turn in. Up to take the lead now, Rose's Vision, set down, driving by Nick Juarez. Snap Hook is dead game and fighting on second. 3 back to the Green Moster, who's now third. Wisely is fourth. Less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Rose's Vision, hard work, but in front. Snap Hook comes back one more time. It's Rose's Vision. Rose's Vision narrowly over a game Snap Hook, and then the Green Moster in 136-4.
Super exciting stretch run to close the Saturday card with number 12, Rose's Vision, getting his neck down when it mattered to get the money under jockey Nick Juarez for Chiefs Wood Stable and trainer Stuart Simon. Take nothing away from number 3, Snap Hook, who ran a huge race while setting the pace to be second, ahead of the 2, the Green Moster, who ran third. We did have multiple winners in the Rainbow Six, a healthy return, but a healthy carryover going into tomorrow's card of more than $1.6 million.
And that wraps up Saturday. Remember, the fun continues on Sunday with a 13-race card of first race post at 12 p.m. Good night and good luck.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired. Oh, my aching back. Let's hit the hay.